Welcome to our Pinnacle Market Update webinar. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties Worldwide here in Park City, Utah. And I appreciate you taking the time to find out what's been happening in that condominium property. I want to begin by sharing with you what's happening overall in the Park City real estate market, and then we'll zero in on the sales and the prices at Pinnacle. Over the past 12 months, there's been 1,454 sales in Park City. That consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land. That's all real estate brokerages combined, and that's actually up 9% or 120 sales from that same 12-month period the year before. This graph here in front of you breaks the activity down into homes, condominiums, and vacant land or lots, and we're looking at with the red bar from the period of September 2014 to August 2015. The gold tan bar is the 12-month period before that. And just looking at this graph as a quick glance, you can see that the number of sales of homes and condominiums are up. Homes have climbed from 505 sales to 539 sales. That's a 7% increase. And condos saw a huge increase, 20%, climbing from 605 sales all the way to 723 sales. You'll notice that the lot market has slowed, dropping about 14% from 224 sales to 192. That's mainly because of the lack of inventory. A lot of lots have been purchased, so there's not that many available to be purchased. Consequently, the number of sales is down. But the activity overall is strong in the Park City real estate market. Now, what's happening with property prices? We're looking here at home medium sold prices for the same period of time, September 2014 to August 2015, and then the year before. You can see that's pretty level in terms of home prices in the Park City market, actually down just 1%, but you can see that it's the medium sold price dropped from $1,347,450 to $1,336,250. So barely a little bit of an adjustment that you would expect that either higher or lower based upon the variation of homes. What is important to notice that as we move out into the Snyderville Basin, that the prices have climbed 20% from the year before. Nice appreciation there, climbing from a medium sold price of $720,000 all the way up to $866,250. This here is a graph showing you the condominium activity, and we have in the Park City city limits a 5% gain in value, from $521,000 all the way up to $549,000. And then the Snyderville Basin, a bit more, 13% increase in appreciation, climbing from $339,500 all the way up to $385,000. So the condominium market, sales are up, prices are up. Here we're looking at lot sales, and as I said, we have a limited inventory, and you can tell from this graph that things are relatively flat. Look at this in lot prices in the Park City city limits, 599,000 climbed to 600,000. It's less than 1%, actually 0.17%, basically level. In the Snyderville Basin, pretty close there too, technically a 1% increase. The year before was 325,000. This past 12-month period, 327,250. So modest increase, 2,250. Year over year for the lots. Now this graph, I wanted to include it because we're looking here at the number of cash sales in Park City. Park City has always had a lot of cash sales, and this graph here looks at a year-to-year comparison, but particularly we're looking at the first and the second quarter on the far side of this graph. You'll notice that the first quarter of 2015, the number of transactions that were all cash was 56% of them. That's the highest it has ever been. Incredible. But when we come to the second quarter, a significant drop all the way down to 46%. Now, is that because of a lack of interest by cash buyers? Not necessarily. Financing is loosening up a little bit, and that's making financing a more common alternative, and therefore the number of cash transactions drops some. So let's turn our attention to Pinnacle in particular and see what's been happening there. Right now, the condominium sales is unchanged at Pinnacle year over year. This past year, past 12-month period, there were 6. The year before, there were 6. So The pace of activity there is the same as the previous year. But here's what I want you to see, that the Pinnacle sales are selling at a pace of one sale every 61 days. That's what we call absorption rate. And all we're doing is we're looking at the number of transactions that happen in a given period of time. Currently, there's 2 condominiums on the market at Pinnacle, which equates to a 4-month inventory. Typically, in a balanced market across the country, a 6-month inventory represents a pretty even balance between number of buyers and sellers. In resort towns like Park City, a 9-month inventory is common. So we're looking at a 4-month inventory, half of what a balanced inventory or marketplace, I should say, would give you. So that indicates that the market is favoring sellers currently. Selling prices range from $1,025,000 all the way up to $1,480,000, making the median sold price $1,255,000. That is up 19% from the previous year's value, which was $1,053,900. So a nice bump, 19%, all the way up to $1,255,000 for a Pinnacle condominium the last 12 months. Now, if you'd like to receive a printout of the actual condominiums that make up this data that I'm presenting here, send me an email at ron@thewilsteinteam.com, or you can send it to my colleague Doug at thewilsteinteam.com, and one of us will get back to you with that information. I want to take a moment here just to show you how you can get the same sort of information on the Pinnacle market whenever you want. We do these webinars frequently, tend to be about every 6 months, but if you don't want to wait for the next webinar, you want to know exactly what's happening in the market, here's how you do it. You simply bookmark BuyParkCity.com/Pinnacle. If you want a slightly shorter version, you can do thewilsteinteam.com/Pinnacle. It would take you to the same page. Let me show you what that page is real quickly. First, take you to viewparkcityrealestate.com. That's what we're looking at here. This is our main website. We have 3 exclusive websites to the Wilstein team. And if we go here and we put in the Pinnacle, it would take you to this page. This page is specifically dedicated to the Pinnacle condominium. So you go directly to it, and as you scroll down a little bit, you see a number of things. One, you can watch a webinar on the Pinnacle condominiums, which in effect you're doing right now. Or you can click this button, the maroon button, which turns purple. Send me current sales data for Pinnacle condominiums. This is how you get the information whenever you want. Simply click on it. It will take you to this page. Very easy. Fill out. Takes you about a minute. You identify your property, the type of property, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and then your contact information, your name, first and last name, and then your email address. If you want to include your phone number or your mailing address, that's great, because we'll make sure that you're getting our newsletter that way, but not necessary. And if you go a little bit lower in the comment section, you can type any specific questions you may have. Click the green button, Submit Form. That will come to myself and to Doug, and we'll get you that information right away. So that is how you can get an update on your Pinnacle condominium anytime you want. All right. Before I wrap up here, I just want to give you a quick update on Vail's improvements over at the Park City Mountain Resort. As many of you know, Vail Resorts purchased the Park City Mountain Resorts, also controls Canyons Resort, and this year have not only combined the resort, but now with lifts they've combined it. So they've been investing $50 million in improvements in order for them to be ready for the opening of the upcoming 2015-2016 season, and it's been very exciting what they've done. Here's the post, the towers for the Quicksilver lift, which is what is connecting the 2 resorts. So that's been going up. The helicopters coming in, dropping these pieces of equipment dead on. Very exciting, and brand new views that you hadn't seen in the past. From this image, we're looking back at the Park City Mountain Resort. Couldn't do that before, so pretty exciting. So there's your connection. There's going to be a new restaurant at the base of Quicksilver Gondola, and which is also at the same location as a Silver Lode Express lift. So you can see it's under construction. It will be ready for the opening. It's good to see that going up. They've also, as part of their $50 million improvement, put in a new lift where Mother Lode lift was. And so that's going to be a more efficient lift for you to enjoy skiing that portion of the mountain. And just want to let you know the opening day is scheduled for November 21st, and the weather is definitely cooling off here. We're in September, late September, but plan for that for your vacation time. And if you're not familiar with the Epic Pass is what Vail Resorts provides, and they have a full season pass and they also have a locals pass, and this allows a skier to ski both Park City Mountain Resort and the Canyons Resort, which are now combined as the Park City Resort. That's its new name. But that pass allows you to ski a lot of terrain, 7,300 acres to be precise. So lots of terrain on a single pass. I don't want to leave Deer Valley out. Deer Valley is our beloved ski resort here, very exclusive, great services, great grooming, great food, you name it. They're going to be opening up. Typically they open up the first weekend of December, weather and snow permitting, but you can check that out on their website, deervalley.com. We're getting asked this question a lot. What impact will Vail's improvements, their $50 million investment, have on the Park City real estate market? Great question. I'm not going to cover it here in this webinar. This is just for Pinnacle, but we will be discussing this in our monthly webinar, which is called Park City Market Talk, the one that we're going to present on October 15th. We're going to deal with this question. So if you're curious about that, especially in light of seeing the improvements they've been doing, then by all means check that out, and hope you will in fact join us for that webinar. It will be posted on our website. Finally, if you're interested in learning what your Pinnacle condo may be worth in today's market, I want to quickly show you how you can do that. It's very easy. Go to viewparkcityrealestate.com, scroll down from that home page to the Learn What Your Property Is Worth section and complete the form, or email it to myself or to Doug. Let me just take you to it real quickly. So I'm going back to View Park City Real Estate. This is the home page. You just scroll down below the Start Your Park City search. Then you've got some listed properties and webinars, and then you get to this section, Learn What Your Property Is Worth in Today's Market. Fill out a couple blanks, not unlike the other one for an update about Pinnacle sales. But in this case, it's asking you, or it's asking us to do a free property value assessment for you. So just fill that out. A couple of choices here. The first one is contact me for a free property value assessment. But there's some other choices there that may be of interest. And then again, click the green submit form button, and that will come to us and we'll contact you. So it's just that easy. For further news about Pinnacle, you can always go to their Pinnacle Homeowners Association website. It's pinnaclehoa.info, not com, but info. pinnaclehoa.info. Website looks like this. Lots of good information about the HOA and officers, how to contact people. Good information, so check that out if that's important to you. And of course, if you have any questions at all regarding Park City real estate and Deer Valley real estate, don't hesitate to contact me. You can either call me at the 800 number in the lower right-hand portion of the screen, 800-535-0151, or send me an email, ron@thewilsteinteam.com or doug@thewilsteinteam.com. So with that in mind, that next webinar, the monthly one, Park City Market Talk, will be posted on the 15th of the month, and that's when we'll deal with the Vail Resort's improvement question, how it impacts real estate. So thank you very much for joining this webinar. We hope it's been educational, and any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you. Bye-bye.